The Kinder Morgan Trans Mountain Pipeline carries oil from Alberta to the west coast of British Columbia. Since it started operation in 1953, it has gone through several expansions, and the expansion project we're discussing today was initiated in 2013. The new pipeline, built roughly parallel to the existing pipeline, intends to expand its capacity from 300,000 barrels a day to 890,000. The project will allow Canadian oil to be delivered to international markets, and as a result, Canada will earn approximately $3.7 billion more per year. However, the proposal attracted controversy due to its potential environmental impact. In August 2018, the federal government acquired the project from Kinder Morgan Energy Partners, and the project has since become a state-owned enterprise. However, this does not stop its legal challenges, as the National Energy Board is currently going through a reconsidering process, and the resulting report can be expected in the near future. Next, we are going to look at the project from both supporter and opponent's perspective.
Supporters of the Trans Mountain Pipeline argue that while it is often viewed as a dispute between the provinces of Alberta and British Columbia, the oil industry remains a major part of the nationwide economy. Beyond simply boosting our GDP, the industry helps reduce income inequality by providing high-paying jobs to those without access to higher education, and by generating income for all communities via equalization payments made to other provinces. Given the failure of recent attempts to expand supply to the United States, such as Keystone XL and Enbridge Line 3, as well as the United States' increasing domestic production of oil and natural gas, it is imperative that Canada find new foreign markets for its resources in order to continue to benefit from this industry. Should the pipeline not be built, it would not reduce the production and/or consumption of oil. Rather, it will be transported by less efficient methods, primarily using railways. Additionally, failure by Canada to add infrastructure capacity to its own territory will deter foreign investment into the country. Proponents argue that the national benefits generated by the Trans Mountain Pipeline justify any perceived environmental risk associated with its construction.
The main opponents of Trans Mountain Expansion Project include Aboriginal people, businesses, communities, landowners, residents, and non-governmental organizations such as Watershed Committee and government organizations such as Metro Vancouver. Some of them are invited to serve as interveners during the review process of TMEP, and they submitted over 15,000 questions concerning the potential issues brought by the expansion of the project. Some key environmental issues are emissions of air contaminants and greenhouse gases, soil productivity damage and the contamination of groundwater, and potential damages to water quality and marine species during the construction operation and in case of an oil spill. Other issues include upstream and downstream effects, climate change, violation of rights of First Nations. NEB approved the proposal to expand the pipeline. However, most of the opponents are not satisfied with the review process brought by NEB, saying some previously mentioned issues are omitted, even with their great importance, and the review method is not convincing. They think the review process lacks stakeholders and the First Nation participation. As a result, the Federal Court of Appeal overturned the NEB's approval of the pipeline expansion in 2018.
As next steps, the federal government will reinitiate Phase 3 consultation with double consultation teams and former Supreme Court of Canada justices appointed as federal representative and work with Indigenous leaders to tailor consultation specifically to the Indigenous groups. During this continued Phase 3 consultation, the federal government will further consult and co-develop with First Nations, Métis, and all the other Canadian Indigenous communities to provide detailed preventive measures for their concerns. In this process, the government will review more environmental assessment process, especially marine considerations such as increasing tanker traffic, which may cause a decrease of killer whale population.